guys, what's going on? Master of Deception here, back with another video, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day. It's been a while since I posted last. Basically what happened was my phone crashed the day that I was going to film a video, and I lost all my data. Basically it just gave out. So I had to get a new phone, which took some time, and I just decided, well, let's just make a new video. So today we're learning a really cool card trick. It's very similar to the key card trick. I'll leave that up right here, up in the top right corner there. But it's essentially just a very simple variation on that card trick. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the performance. Alright, so let's get started. Basically, my spectator is just going to pick a card, just like this. And I'm not going to look at it. So there's the card. And we're going to lose it somewhere into the middle of the deck. Just like that. I'll go ahead and push that card right into the middle there. And we'll just go ahead and give it a couple of cuts and a shuffle. And we will also give it one last cut as well. So now, at this point, I'm going to cut the deck in half, and my spectator is just going to touch a half, either this pile or this pile. So let's just say they touch this pile right here. Well, my spectator goes and takes this pile, and I'm going to go ahead and take this pile. Now here's what we're going to do. My spectator is going to shuffle his pile, and I'm going to shuffle my pile. So, like that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip my spectator's half over, and I'm going to flip my half over. Well, I'm just going to leave it face down, but I'm going to shuffle these halves together. Alright, so now I'm going to just cut the cards a little bit more, and I'm just going to spread out the cards just like so. Alright, let's recap. First, I started out with my spectator choosing any card from the deck. I then lost it anywhere in the deck. And then I just split the deck into two piles. I gave my spectator one and I took one. We both shuffled our halves, and we shuffled all the cards together. But somehow, the card that you picked is right here. The 3 of hearts. That is the card trick, guys. It's really cool. Let's just get right into the tutorial. Alright, so let's get right into the tutorial for this card trick. So basically what we're going to do is just start with having my spectator choose any card, and I will be right back. I need to fix this. Okay, there we go. I got all the cards back to normal. So my spectator chooses any card from the deck, just like so. Let's just say, for instance, they choose the Queen of Diamonds. So from here, I'm just going to place the card right here into the middle of the deck. I really hope you guys can see that. I'm just going to push that card in, and I'm going to basically control it to the top. I have a video on that already, and I will link that somewhere over here in that card. So I will just cut the cards just like that, and now the card's on top. So from here, I'm just going to give the cards a normal riffle shuffle. So just like that. Let's just say that's enough shuffles, and now the card's still on top. So what I'm going to do now is something called Magician's Choice. And essentially I'm just going to do a swing cut, and I'm going to cut the cards in half. So essentially what Magician's Choice is making sure that your spectator picks the pile that you want them to pick without really seeming like much of an influence to them at all. So essentially if they choose this pile, we really want them to choose, we do want them to choose this pile, because we don't want them to choose this one, because this is the pile that actually has their card on it, and we don't want that card getting lost. So we want them to choose this pile. But if they choose this pile, then there's a way around that. So let's just start out with what happens when my spectator chooses this pile first. Basically, what you're going to just say is, you go ahead and take this pile, and I'll go ahead and take this pile. And if they say this one, then, okay, I'm just going to take this pile, and they're going to take this pile. And it's really, really important how you phrase this. Say, touch a pile, not choose or pick. Because if you say choose or pick a pile, basically what that means is they get to have that pile. And that's not what we're going to do here. We're just going to let them touch it, and then we decide what to do with it from there. It's subtle, but it's a very easy thing to do. From here, once we have the piles that we want, so just like that, we have our pile and they have theirs, we are simply just going to shuffle this pile, and they're going to shuffle this one. And this one, it doesn't really matter how it's being shuffled. It just matters that this pile, this card stays on top. And there are many ways to do this. You can do a riffle shuffle like this, leaving that card on top. And basically how you do that is you just riffle and leave a whole bunch of cards on top, and then shuffle it the rest of the way through. So let's just say my spectator's already shuffled this pile, and let's move on. So my spectator's pile is going to flip over, and my pile is also going to flip over. So I'm going to shuffle the face up cards into the face down cards. Just like this. And it's very, very important how you do this next part. Make sure that there is only one card on top of a face down card. Because basically what this is right now is your spectator's selection. So that's their selection right now. So you want to make sure that that single card is on top of their card. Because this is going to act as your key card. And basically what that is the card that you remember is right next to the card that they select. And I go much more in depth on this in my key card tutorial. So go ahead and check that out if you want to. So now we're just going to give the card some cuts, remembering that key card, which is in this case the 5 of clubs. And basically right now I like to do this thing of recapping, okay, you did this and now we're here. But you really don't need to do that. It is up to your personal preference on presentation. Now, one of these days I will make a video about that. I will make an entire video on presentation and why it's so important. But yeah. So it looks like the card ended up right here. Wait, maybe not. Oh, close. Clubs. This one. Yeah, there we go. So if here's something that can happen. If the card ends up all the way on the bottom or all the way right here with only one card here, you want to give it another cut because that is where your selection is. So I really hope everything in this video made sense. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to like and subscribe. This is Master of Deception, signing out.